In this example, we're going to be multiplying two polynomials together and then writing it as a single polynomial. In this case, I have a binomial here that's got two terms, and a trinomial here, it's got three. Don't worry about the names. Binomial will show up, and the others really won't. Since I have two terms in one and three terms in the other, I can't use the familiar FOIL. So I'm going to do what I call double distribution, right? These parentheses means I can treat this piece as a single chunk, and then I can distribute that over this term. It's going to be 8 times this polynomial and then negative y times this polynomial. Okay, so let's do that first, right? So it's going to be 8 times 3y squared plus 2y minus 5. And then it's going to be a negative y times the same polynomial, 3y squared plus 2y minus 5. Okay, and that, once it's printed up, is going to look like this. Okay, so now I have my 8, I have my negative y. So now I need to distribute each one of these across its polynomial. So 8 times 3y squared is 24y squared. That's a square. 8 times 2 is 16y. 8 times a negative 5 is negative 40. Now this distribution, I'm going to have to distribute the negative and the y. Negative y times a 3y squared. Positive times negative is negative. 3, throwing in an extra y, so that becomes y cubed. Negative times a positive is a negative. 1 times 2 is 2. Y times y is y squared. Negative times a negative is a positive. And 5 times y is just going to be 5y. All right, so next we take our terms and we combine them by powers of y. All right, so first we have a y cubed. That's our largest power, so I'm going to get our 3y cubed. Next we have, let's not forget our negative, right? I have to always watch the negatives. I have to be careful, otherwise they slip away from me. Next we have our y squared that shows up. Right? I have 24y squared, and I have a negative 2y squared. 24 minus 2 is a 22y squared. Then our linear term of y's, 16y plus 5y is 21y, and our constant term is negative 40. So this is the polynomial, or written all pretty like negative 3y cubed plus 22y squared plus 21y minus 40. Again, the important thing is once we have our powers written out, we can only combine like powers. Cubes with cubes, squares with squares, y's with y's, and constants with constants.